Walt Disney World moderate resorts ranked.
Welcome to Unlocking the Magic YouTube channel. Tuesday, leave a comment. Make sure we're going to ask you a question at the end of this. It's the secret question. Make sure you leave a comment, watch this whole video, and leave a comment below. Welcome to the podcast in the YouTube channel.
I don't even know what the secret question is.
I don't either. We're about to figure that out as we go.
We're going to have to think about that as we go.
Word of the day.
Okay, like that. So today we're going to rank Disney's moderate resorts. There are 5 total, and we're going to take into consideration the pool, the theming, of course, and the overall vibe.
And you can't go wrong with any moderate resort. So just because we rank the resorts doesn't mean that if you go to number 5 on our list, you're going to have a bad time.
And also, these are personal to us, too. And maybe it might help you decide on which ones you would rather stay at by listening to our reasons behind why we rank them the way they are, right?
Yeah, probably not.
I have a hard time ranking them. I'm going to be honest. I have a hard time ranking any Disney resort because not just moderate, value, all of them, like, it's a Disney resort at the end of the day.
And it's subjective, right? Like our number 1 may not be your number 1, and our number 5 may be your number 2. So it's like, this is what we thought. We've gone to all of these. We've stayed at all of these. This is what we've thought for our family of 5.
This is like juicy gossip. Like which ones
It is.
to make our list.
That is also true. All right, let's get into the list.
Okay, number 5. I feel sad to say this, but number 5, ranking Disney's moderate resorts, comes in the cabins at Disney's Fort Wilderness campgrounds.
Probably gonna get murdered for this one.
Probably
in the comments below, but you know what? We're not a huge camping family.
Here's the thing. So we come from New England, so we try to get away from that New England. Look, New England's beautiful. I'm trying not to come across as not being grateful. But when you're going on vacation, sometimes or most of the time, you want to escape, right? So for us, going to the campground is something similar to what we have done here in New England. So we don't necessarily find that very Disney when we travel.
Yeah, Connie often talks about how when you're picking a resort that you want to go to, you want to pick a theme that you would want to vacation at. So if you're from New England like we are, we can go camping in New Hampshire or Maine or Vermont very easily and stay at something like that. It's not something we want to go to Disney to do.
It says rough it in comfort. That's how they describe it. You know, one of the good things about these cabins is it does sleep families of 6.
That's true.
So if you are a larger family, that comes in handy. You can also, a lot of people order groceries so that they have the whole pantry that they offer in there. You have your own groceries, so you don't have to worry about a lot of the snacks that you do in Disney. You can also rent golf carts there, which is, I think, pretty cool. But the one thing I feel like it also makes on the bottom of our list, it doesn't have the best pool in my opinion. So I feel like the pool here has scared Bruce a little bit.
There was a whole lot of people in a small, tiny pool.
And then, okay. And then the Hoopty Hoo musical review, although great, I still haven't yet been able to bring Bruce on the other side to come visit and hang with me at this restaurant.
Until there's a button that I can put on that says, "Don't choose me."
Yeah.
No Hoopty Doo review from me.
No, none whatsoever, even though I've heard great things. Okay,
Connie, number 4.
Number 4, Port Orleans, Riverside. Oh gosh, I feel like this is another one that's going to be very controversial because this is a great resort.
Totally. Like these are all great resorts. So it's not like you're picking, like we're saying, don't go to this resort. We're just ranking them how we like them. So Riverside, great resort. We've stayed there. It's rather large. The pool was nice. The pool was really nice at the Riverside Resort.
It's nice, big, but it wasn't my favorite themed pool, believe it or not. And it also had a lot of the areas had that New England vibe in the sense of like some of the trees and the foliage on the trees reminded me. It sounds like I really hate living here, but I don't. It's just that when we go on vacation, I do want to escape. So it didn't have that feeling. However, when you cross the river to the mansions, you know, if you want to spend a little extra and go to the royal rooms, I feel like over there, that would make this resort actually go closer to the top of my list.
In all fairness, we are recording this podcast in late October, early November, and that's when it starts to get cold in New England. So a lot of our choices may sway because we see that January and February on the horizon, and you know, New England is fantastic, but it definitely is not somewhere you want to visit in January and February.
Port Orleans Riverside, the food court here is quite large, which could accommodate a lot of families that have different tastes, which I found to be a good thing, but a bad thing in the sense of it did get a bit busy, and it came to a point where I almost didn't want that many choices for my family. I was like, at one point, I'm like, we all going to eat this, and everyone's going to be happy.
Yeah, it is for us in a family of 5 going to 6 different lines to get something specific for each individual person is, sometimes good and sometimes not so good.
Exactly. All right, number 3. Am I going too fast?
No, perfect timing.
Okay, number 3, the Caribbean Beach Resort.
I actually like this resort a whole lot.
I do too. So this one is top on our list because it has the tropical vibe.
We should have a new shirt that says we do have a shirt other than Snack Goals. You can go to our store. It's in the description below to get all of our shirt, and we come up with a new one every month. We have a shirt that says my heart says Polly.
Every month?
Yeah.
Okay.
My heart says Polly, but my wallet says Pop. It really should say my heart says Polly, but my wallet says Caribbean Beach.
It really should.
Because Caribbean Beach is like the affordable Polynesian.
A lot of people ask us to compare, like, so they'll say, would you rather Caribbean Beach or Coronado? And oftentimes we choose Coronado, mainly because the Caribbean Beach reminds us of the Polynesian so much that kind of saddened us in the sense of, like, it reminds us, oh wait, we didn't have the extra money to go to the Polynesian. So, but that being said, it's a fun resort. Now with the Skyliner, I feel it's added a whole nother level to this moderate resort. You've definitely got the best of everything. You got an awesome pool, which I think you mentioned.
Yeah, definitely a bonus to have the Skyliner there. And the landscaping to me is amazing. Like the palm trees.
Yeah.
It definitely gives you the Caribbean beach feel. The way they have the sand on the water and the palm trees, the pirate pool. To me, it's like, you know what? It does really have a good themed environment on the outside.
Bruce, the pool's technically called Fuentes del Moro.
Yeah.
Pool, not pirate pool.
It's technically called Galaxy's Edge too, but I still call it Star Wars Land.
I'm only teasing you. I just like to bring that up. All right. Number 2 on our list of ranking Disney's moderate resorts come in Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter Resort. Now, this is tough because this almost made our number 1. We're having a bit of a challenge here trying to actually pick a number 1, but let's go into Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter and why we like it.
I like the dining options.
Yes.
Beignets for days. That's gonna be my next shirt.
Is that the secret word or message? Beignets for days or
That is actually, you know what? You're right, Connie. That is the new secret word. You got through this video so far. Beignets for days. That is the keyword down below.
Yes.
You have to drop that keyword in there. I mean, you can drop it in there whenever you want. But from 8 to 9, if you drop in the comment, here's what you gotta do: rank your resorts, and then in the end, write beignets for days. And we'll pick a winner for a free t-shirt of your choice.
Awesome.
At the end.
Okay.
But I like the food options. I do love the fact that the French Quarter Resort is smaller. So if you're walking around the French Quarter Resort to get to the pool, to get to the lobby, to get to the food court, it's not a far walk no matter where you're staying there.
I thought you were going to say you love it because you love the romance.
That too.
Just like it says here on Disney website, revel in the romance of New Orleans' historic French Quarter.
I often revel in the romance no matter where I go.
That's true.
I don't have to be at the French Quarter.
I love that. Okay, so...
that being said, we are a family of 5, so this hotel only accommodates 4. So you do have to get 2 rooms if you are a family of 5. That's probably why it didn't make our number 1.
Honestly, the only reason why I didn't make our number 1 was that choice, and it's not my favorite pool, actually, on Disney property. So it's the Mardi Gras themed pool, which I think is great for young kids.
Definitely. It's
a shallow type pool. King Neptune is there, which is really cool to see the sculpture of King Neptune. But the water slide's really little, and it doesn't have that feeling of like I must go. Like if we didn't go into this pool, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for me. Like I don't have to swim here.
Yeah, like the Coronado pool is ginormous, and the slide is amazing, and it just gives you space. It makes you feel like sometimes when there's a hot, humid day in Florida and you go to the pool at the French Quarter, it makes you almost feel a little claustrophobic.
So this is probably out of all the moderate resorts, if I had to pick pools, this would be on the bottom of the list.
Like below cabins?
No, cabins first, then this one.
Definitely.
All right, there's nothing worse than that cabin pool.
And the number 1 resort moderate style for us is?
Coronado Springs. It's one of the largest resorts, and we do hear a lot of people say that it's the least Disney-ish because there's not a lot of Mickey theming that goes on in the resort itself, but I love it because it truly makes me feel like I've gone to this Mexican getaway. The food's awesome, the pool, the Lost City of Cibola pool.
That's fun to say.
So fun to say, so fun to take pictures in front of. The jacuzzi, it's probably one of the only Disney jacuzzis I can kind of sort of get Bruce to go in.
Definitely. It's a big jacuzzi.
Because it's big and there's no There's a whole lot of social
distancing going
Yes.
on. Yeah, I like that. I like my jacuzzis with a side of social distancing.
Yeah, there's a lot of physical distancing in that jacuzzi. The food's amazing.
Can I talk about the theming? When I think of Disney theming, I don't necessarily think of the characters. I think of more like the service, the cleanliness, the way it feels. That's what I think of Disney theming. And to me, yeah, this doesn't have a lot of character theming, but it does have a lot of Disney theming when it comes to you get what your expectations are. And I always say go into things with low expectations, but this one always seems to meet or exceed my expectations.
This one really feels to me more of a luxury resort. I feel like the amenities at this, other than the fact it's so big, I really feel like in my room, everywhere I go, it's the rich woodwork in the rooms, it's the ambiance in the whole resort. Truly makes me feel a lot more luxurious than I do probably at any other moderate resort. So that's why I love it, because I'm fancy like that.
All right, to recap, number 5.
Number 5, we're going to go with the poor cabins at Disney's Fort Wilderness. I'm sorry.
Number 4.
Port Orleans Riverside.
Number 3.
Caribbean Beach.
Number 2.
Port Orleans French Quarter.
And number 1, in our opinion, is
Coronado Springs. But I gotta tell you, Coronado and French is kind of up there on the ranking. I guess one thing that we really like about Coronado is we actually get to bring our whole family.
Yeah, 1A and 1B. If we're going solo, we're going to French Quarter, I believe.
That's right.
All right. Beignets for days in the comments below. Here's what you got to do. Rank your moderate resorts 1 through 5. Maybe even if you haven't stayed at all of them, what you'd think you'd want to stay at. Like what's on your bucket list for resorts. Number 1 through number 5. With the comment beignets for days. We will pick a winner from 8 to 9 when the video comes out on Tuesday for a free t-shirt of your choice when you comment beignets for days.
Perfect. I think they get it.
Yeah. Check out all the descriptions for everything to our podcast, our website, everything in the links below. If you want to see us on Instagram, we are Unlocking the Magic Podcast.
All right, there you go. That's your homework, you guys.
See ya.
Bye.